Anyway, we'll deal with that later. We have more pressing issues to deal with, like dealing with Earl Zachariah, our brother. Now, we let him off once when he slit the throat of one of my servants at my feast. And against my, well, I say against my better judgment, against probably the judgment of other people who were urging me to imprison him, I didn't and swept it under the carpet. However, now that he seeks to kill me after I did him a favour, and there are quite a few backers, which mean this plot could be pretty deadly if it is allowed to pass. There's no way I can turn a blind eye to this, surely. Under normal circumstances, I would ask for him to end the plot. But even then, he's going to say no. So, for the first time in the history of House Fleming, we're going to have to imprison one of our own family members. Didn't want to do it, but you drove me to it, my friend. Lawful imprisonment. Only a 67% chance based on our state intrigue. Now, if we do put our spy master over there, can that change? Oh, we can't do it. I wonder if... we can't do it. Okay. I was wondering if we could do it, but we can't do it. We do have honorary titles to give, which we could use again, use to our advantage with our vassals. We'll do that afterwards. Alright. We have no choice. If we fail, he might declare war on us, or he might flee to another court. No one will object because we have evidence that he's involved in a heinous plot to have us killed. So this is actually... success. Count Zachariah is now safely locked away in my dungeon, awaiting his fate. Excellent news indeed. Which means we have an open council position for a marshal. Come forth, Henry, another of my brothers. Out with one brother, in with another brother. Train the troops in Cornwall and act as if nothing has ever happened. So that is one thing sorted. The second thing is, what do we do with him now he's in our prison? Well, let's have a look. We could banish him, which would lower the opinion of our vassals by 20, but we would gain 103 gold pieces from his estates, and he will never return to our land. We could execute. Again, another tyrannical act. I would probably get some kind of a kinslayer trait, but would only lower the opinions of my vassals by -10. I assume that's because, deep down, they know that it's right. He's committed treason, effectively. We could release... no. We could ransom for 70 gold pieces. Or we could keep him in the cells, at least for 1 year, for him to stew on things, and make him think twice about having us assassinated again. Which I think is we're going to do that to start with. We'll keep him in prison for a year. You're hereby sentenced to 1 year in prison, and then once that year is over, I shall rethink what I'm going to do with you. I think it's between two choices. It's between banish, and it's between ransom. And that will depend upon how much I hate him. Now, my opinion of him is 7, which means I don't hate his guts. He's my brother after all. I have some pity on him, I suppose is the word. Or is it? Some sympathy. Maybe he was misguided. Maybe old age has kicked in. He's 54. He could be senile. So rather than banish him away from my lands, I think after a year's imprisonment, we'll offer, or we'll allow him to be released. Of course, if he pays me 70 gold pieces or thereabouts. There is a man I need to arrest, and another I want to assassinate. My spy master could either help with the arrest, or the assassination, or both. I don't know who we're assassinating, but I think it would be better to assist with that. Yeah, he would accept this as well. He wants freedom. I want freedom! Of course you want freedom, my child. But no. You can wait until the 1st of July, 1131. I shall teach you a lesson. You do not plot against me again. Because next time, no matter how much I like you, I will be forced to have you executed. The English war for Amiens is going very well, as you can see. Close to 14,000 troops, just over 14,000 troops, crashing through France's lands. And this will make it 2-0 to England in the war with France, on the war with France front. Claiming vexing from them, and now soon to be claiming Amiens, they are powerless to stop the English freight train. Banished from Count Sylvester's lands? What did he do? Who was he? Probably some councillor with good ideas above his station. He maybe plotted against him. My nephew, of course, loves me, and I like him. And if I did end up killing Zachariah, Sylvester would inherit the Desmond title. So, how's old Kingy doing? King Robert the First. He seems to be doing not too bad. He's managed to keep hold of England relatively stable in his short reign thus far. He has children, which means the succession line continues, and he's also furthering England's gains. And in the grand scheme of things, if you think about it, if I'm correct in my assuming here, he's actually also assisting House Fleming in expanding their lands, rather inadvertently. So yes, Duchy of Normandy, de jure wise, that. But actually, de facto, we have Amiens as well. Thank you, King Robert. King Robert won. France are dealt another blow as England continue to advance in their lands. The next... Oh, Duke Richard of Lancaster has been imprisoned by... Oh dear. Attempting to imprison somebody else as well. Wow. He is mopping up, isn't he? You know what? I'm getting a newfound respect for this king. He's definitely doing his best to keep England in line. Good, good. Right, alright. I'm just going to take a quick look at my vassals here. I do have some honorary titles to give, so if there are any that could be useful to me right now, I should make use of them. 15 would be 59, that's no use. These are all far too low. The Mayor of Axminster, he could do with one. Take him into the green. And, well, I'm not going to give one to my brother. Not a chance. Here, you've tried to have me assassinated, killed off in a plot. Have a title for your trouble. Oh no. Oh no. Oh God. Duke Henry of Flanders has called us into the English Civil War to implement the seniority succession law. Oh man, that's not what I wanted to see right now. The only reason why is because England, the current king, is fairly well got it together. This is going to be a bloody war indeed. His current realm size, his current levy size, I don't know if this 13,549 takes into consideration the fact that a lot of his troops have now just fragmented away. Flanders is separate. Normandy is raising up against him. We are against him along with Lancaster, but that's it. That is not going to be enough. That is not going to be enough to push this law through. Okay. Alright then. We'll see what happens. I'm not expecting England to do too well here. I mean, England, I'm not expecting our faction to do too well here. I mean, I could be utterly and totally in the wrong. England have 2,500 men there, but they have 4,000. Another 3,000 here from Normandy. 1,000 there, but 4,000 there. Wow, that's too much. We can call 2,600. Well, no, what's that? We can call not enough. What about if we hire mercenaries? That puts another 2,000 out there. Peasants have revolted. Oh, for God's sake, this is not a good time for this to happen. This is not good time for this to happen. Peasants revolting now. Ugh, Thormund is under siege. I don't think we have enough manpower here to do this. How many men can we raise from Ormond? Alright. Okay, I'm going to pause it here. I don't know how long we've been going for, but it feels like just over an hour. Maybe, yeah, about just over an hour. The pace has been a little slower today. We haven't quite got to the 5-year mark. But I feel it's time to pause, take stock and reevaluate. We have rebellions breaking out here, and of course, more importantly, we have a war for succession change in England. One which I'm not completely sure we're in good shape here to win. But if we raise our troops, maybe even hire 2,475 mercenaries to assist in the war effort, maybe we can start picking off a few lands on the southern coast on behalf of the war effort. Might be doable. So I'm going to leave that in your hands. My war council, as you will become. Should we join the war? Well, should we join the war? We joined the faction, so we should at least get involved in the war. Otherwise, why were we in the faction in the first place? But yes, if you've got any opinions on how we can swing this war in our favour, do we have it under control? Are we going to struggle? Is there anything I can't think of that we might be able to do? Can we call any allies, for instance? No, not whilst we're at war. Oh dear, oh dear. It's not quite the 1st of July, but it will be soon. And when it does hit the 1st of July, I'm going to ransom off our brother out of prison. Maybe we should do it now that we're at war. I don't know. We'll consider this for next time. So yes, join me next time and we shall see how the war for seniority succession law change pans out. English civil war for seniority. of course, to see if we can put down this rebellion that's sprung up in Thomond, and then also to see what else happens after that. Duke Ambrose I, 58 years old, still soldiering on. Vassal's opinions are getting there, in some respects. How's old Georgie doing? 4 boys, and 36 years young. Good on you, pal. Anyway, join me next time. I'll see you soon.